Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome in here, race fans. A special showing here from the Oxford Plains Speedway here tonight. It is the Next Level Underground Drilling Northeast Championship race brought to us by the All Pro Sim Racing. My name is Roger Muth, race fans, and I'm here to bring you all the racing actions from the virtual booth here tonight at Oxford. You heard me say it, it's all about a championship night here tonight for these drivers. 3 drivers come in with the chance and the opportunity to take home the Northeast Championship after 9 rounds. 8 rounds are in the books. This is round number 9. Those 3 championship drivers that come in tonight with hopes to maybe lift that virtual trophy. Preston Boers, he leads the points championship lead by 7 points over Max Hanley. Hanley then has a little bit of a gap, a 9-point lead over the 3rd place driver of Nick Rogers. When you look at those drivers, there's 3 wins between those 3 drivers. Boers obviously at the top of the standings. He has 2 wins in his 8 starts. Hanley, he's the consistent one. No wins this season, but top 5s and top 10s to bolster himself into that 2nd position in the championship. Nick Rogers, he comes in with 1 win in his 8 starts. It's those 3 drivers. We'll see how it all calculates here tonight after the 150 lap feature event. These drivers just were in a qualifying session here at Oxford. They have officially wrapped up qualifying. We'll get you that starting lineup here in a little bit. All drivers tonight who have registered here at the Oxford Plains Speedway will make it into our feature event. So that's 150 laps of competition coming up here in this super late models. Did I say, race fans, that I'm excited to be here? Well, I am excited to be here, and it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for our friends over at Next Level Underground Directional Drilling. At Next Level, we provide reliable, non-invasive underground infrastructure services tailored to commercial, residential, and municipality projects. From directional drilling to fiber installs, we handle the tough jobs with safety and accuracy. Thank you to our friends over at Next Level Directional Drilling for their continued support here with the All Pro Sim Racing Series. So, you heard me talk about this as the championship race here in the Northeast, right? Well, that's not the only championship these drivers are out there battling for. There is a long championship. When I say a long, it means the South, the North, and the Midwest championship. There's 2 drivers that come in at the top of those, and that's Brett Robinson. He is leading that overall points championship right now through 17 races. Anthony Danta is the 2nd driver, with Corey Rogers sitting in 3rd, 7 points back. I said 2, I rattled off 3. That's because last week Anthony was able to leapfrog Corey and get into that 2nd place in the championship standings. Nick Rogers, Max Hanley, and Preston Boers round out the top 6 in that overall championship standings. So it's the championship inside the championship, and that's what we have here tonight. We're going to wrap those up with that Northeast here in just a little bit, race fans. So as these drivers take that warm-up session, race fans, who do you think has the hot shoe here tonight? We know it's the first time we're bringing you the All-Pro Sim Racing Series, but there's super late models out there. Who do you think has it? Let me look at these drivers. Preston Boers, we know he's one of the championship favorites. Max Hanley and Nick Rogers. But who else do you got out there? You got Corey Rogers, Nick Rearberg, Of course, we got Jeff Rogers, Austin Prey, Donnie Large, maybe. Maybe it's Ed Papineau. You just never know, race fans. Those are some of your favorite highlighted drivers here tonight at Oxford. This track is one of the most trickiest tracks that we have on the iRacing.com platform. This track, it's a 3/8 mile, a bull ring, if you will. Pretty much a groove and a half of racing room out there is where these drivers really like to be. Wrap the bottom. There's a white little curbing down there. Problem is, if you get on the curbing, well, it doesn't play nice to the undercarriage of these machines. A lot of these cars will wash it up and try to almost go out of the ballpark. When we say out of the ballpark, we mean, well, up there into the sand, the dirt. There is nothing really up there. No outside wall. The only outside wall that we are going to find here on Oxford Plains, well, that's on the front straightaway. This track was actually built back in 1950 for all you race fans. It's hosted races like, well, the K&N Series, the NASCAR Busch Grand National Series, and, of course, the Whelen Tour Modified. Of course, the Oxford 250, a very historic race here. A bunch of champions have come through and picked up that on their way to more, well, I say more, bigger racing in the NASCAR circuits. Could one of these drivers here tonight pick up the win here at Oxford and head on to maybe the iRacing Pro Series? The Coca-Cola Series, that is? Or maybe one day be in NASCAR like William Byron. We're all going to find that journey out together. Should be finishing up our warm-up session here tonight, race fans. We're going to get right into that 150-lap feature event that you've tuned in. We got to thank you once again for tuning in here, finding us on the Turn 3 Racing Network for the first time ever with the All-Pro Sim Racing Series, brought to us by Next Level Underground Directional Drilling. Well, I talked about it. Let's be about it here tonight, race fans. Let's get that starting lineup rolling. 4 laps before we drop the green flag, and this is how we will come to the green. Jeff Rogers will snag the pole here tonight in car number 92. To the outside of him, it'll be Travis Wright in car number 10. Back in row number 2 to the inside, driving the car number 98 here tonight. It's going to be Peyton Hamlet. In the 4th starting position, driving the 00 here tonight, that'll be Christopher Rogers. One of your championship hopefuls here, starting at the inside of row number 3. Driving car number 49, that'll be Max Hanley. To the outside of him, he's your points championship leader coming into the evening. Will he be when we leave Oxford? Car number 29 of Preston Boers. Boers in car number 29. Corey Rogers is right there, car number 17. He'll start 7th on the grid here tonight. Brett Robinson in car number 5 will roll from the 8th starting position, and it'll be Colin Butler in car number 45, starting back in 9th. It's the Cold Beer Coyer machine. That's going to be Zach Coyer, car number 13, rolling from the 10th starting position. Bruce Cook, car number 42, will roll from the 11th spot, and then it's Donnie Large in car number 44. He will roll from the 12th starting position. 13th on the call will be Daniel Fabiano in car number 143. Fabiano in the 13th starting spot. Ed Papineau in car 01 will start 14th here tonight. And Steven Rogers, car number 12, will start 15th on the call. Nick Rareberg in car number 17 will roll from the 16th starting spot. Aaron Hicks back in 17th. And Austin Prey will round out the field in car number 141. That's your starting lineup, brought to us by Next Level Underground Directional Drilling. Got to thank them once again for coming on board here tonight, race fans. We thank you for finding us on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I don't know how many times we can say that, but we do thank each and every one of you. While we get these cars lined up and ready to roll, let's head trackside to get the invocation tonight, and we'll be back for that 150-lap feature event.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership. Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here, race fans. You see the cars on the front straightaway. We are ready to go as the seconds tick off before we drop the hammer with 18 drivers ready to go here tonight. 3 of them drivers battling for a championship. Preston Boers, Max Hanley, and Nick Rogers all ready to go to see who will be able to pick up that championship here tonight in the Northeast. We talked about the Northeast Championship. We started at Martinsville. Well, 2 months ago, South Boston, Richmond, Langley, Stafford, Thompson, Oswego, New Hampshire, and now it's right here at Oxford to crown a champion. Next week, we head to Nashville, though. That's where another championship will start. That's right, we will do the Midwest Series. The West Midwest Series. We go to Nashville, Lucas Oil, Slinger, Milwaukee, Iowa, the Bull Ring at Las Vegas, Irwindale, and wrap things up at Kern County. As you see the cars out onto the speedway, 4 laps to get the heat in the tires, get these motors up to full song and dance, if you will, before we drop the hammer. No fast repairs for these drivers, so this 3/8 mile is going to be, well, a tester for a lot of these guys. You see them out there, race fans. One driver not making the call to the grid, and that is going to unfortunately be Austin Prey. So Prey will not make the call here in the 141 entry. We're ready, though, race fans. Thanks for joining us again on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell, get any time we bring you live racing action here from the iRacing.com platform, whether it's super late models that you see out there on the speedway tonight as they come by on the front straightaway, or maybe you are into the dirt super late models. Maybe it's some big block modifieds, the ground pounders. Maybe you're an IndyCar fan of road racing. Well, turning right, it's weird to me, but maybe you got to turn right. Maybe you're one of those fans. We do bring you all that racing actions, from super speedways to road courses to short tracks and dirt tracks and everything in between, from the iRacing.com platform. Taking a look, they're all out there. There's the number 13 of Coyer. He will be scheduled to roll off from the 10th position. Travis Wright will start to the outside. Call him a shotgun rider on the outside there of row number 1. Pace car in, ready to go. Here we go tonight at Oxford. The Next Level Underground Directional Drilling Championship here at Oxford is underway. Great start by Rogers as you see him down the back straightaway. 3 wide racing. 3 wide racing, and that was for the 2nd position. Christopher Rogers was 3 wide with Hanley and Boers. They were able to settle it out, though. Lap number 1 going to go to the number 92 there of Jeff Rogers. He leads the opening lap. Right behind him, though, that is Hamlet. That's Peyton Hamlet in car number 98. He's been able to pick up 1 spot. Look at the outside move there. Christopher Rogers trying to get the outside to work. Typically not something we see very often here at Oxford. He is going way around the outside. The Fatheads Eyewear 00 started back into the 4th spot, now being scored in 3rd. See if he can keep the outside going. Battle for the race lead, though. Hamlet going to go see if he can work the outside groove. And it will work for him. Peyton Hamlet now the race leader with 5 laps next time in the book. So 4 of them down, 5 going on the board when he brings the curb records number 98. Back around here. Hamlet, Handley, Rogers, and no, the Oreo number 92 of Rogers not able to get down. He's on the outside. He'll go from the race lead all the way back to 4th. Still a lot of racing left here tonight. Battles all over the track. Here's a battle a little bit deeper into the field. That's the 01 of Papineau. And Rogers, that's Steven Rogers. Papineau in the 01. Oh, hold on, coming right at us. The Next Level Underground. Yellow flag is out, as that was the number 44 of Large. That's Donnie Large going around to bring out the first caution flag here of the evening. Take a look back here, see if we can get a good look at this one. Well, I believe we're going to need something a little bit closer. Let's see. There's the 71, Nick Rearberg. Sideways now, and as he tried to catch it, it walked up the speedway, and unfortunately nowhere for Donnie to go. There you see the damage on that 17. Or sorry, 71, if you will. No fast repairs for these drivers, so unfortunately, what you saw there is what these drivers are going to have to go with. Sun's starting to set here at Oxford. We're in the evening time here in the Northeast, just like we are here from our Pennsylvania studios. Looks like all drivers are back out onto the racetrack. Aaron Hicks, though, in a separate incident for the driver of the number 9, he has pulled it to the infield. It looks like he will be retired from the evening here on lap number 8. Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace car, so we're going to double them back up. It'll be Hamlet to the inside, Handley to the outside. And it'll be the 00 of Rogers. Then it'll be Jeff Rogers to the outside of him, Preston Boers, Travis Wright, Corey Rogers, Brett Robinson, Zach Coyer, and Daniel Fabiano. That's the top 10 drivers as we come back into the restart zone once again. Green flag back up. A great start by Hamlet. Great start, single file goes the top 5. You got to go back here to the 17 of Corey Rogers and the Camel. The Smokin' Joe's number 17, picking up a spot there, bumping Travis Wright back in car number 10. He'll fall to the 7th position. Wright has lost 5 spots here in the opening handful of laps of this race here tonight at Oxford. Maybe saving a little tire. One of those tracks that you're not going to have many opportunities to come down to pit lane, as, we have a problem with the number 44. You see Donnie Large sitting down here on pit road. His car did climb the light pole down there in turn number 3. Maybe some terminal damage to the 44 of Donnie Large. Peyton Hamlin is still the race leader with Hanley and Rogers just behind him as the caution lights are on. It's the 71, Nick Rearberg, having some problems. I believe there's Steven Rogers and the Coors Light 01, the silver bullet of Ed Papineau. He is pointed into the wrong direction, so the second caution flag of the evening is out. Let's take a look. Something happened maybe with the Coyer entry. No, it was behind Coyer. Steven Rogers having some problems. Let's watch this group of cars. I believe, I'm not sure who the 42, that was Bruce Cook. Cook into the back end there. Papineau going around. Rogers right there. And so is Rearberg. So that's what brings us under the second caution flag here of the evening at the Oxford Plains Speedway here tonight for the Next Level Underground Directional Drilling Championship night here in the Northeast. You are watching the All-Pro Sim Racing Series with the Super Late Models. It's the final race of their 9-race in-season championship. Right now, Preston Boers, who is running right there, car number 29. The Rusted Hinge Ranch, car number 29. Running in 4th. He would retain the points championship right now. Hanley would be 2nd. We're going to have to race this one out, though, race fans. You talk about it in the moment, but it's not over until it's over. These racers know that. Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace car. Coming back this time to the green flag. Pace car in, the Next Level Underground, green flag back in the air, and a great start by Hamlet. Here comes Boers, though, to the outside as the inside lane of Rogers got a little checked up there off the inside curb. Not going to be able to do anything with it. It'll be Hamlet. Hamlet back across to lead the lap. So it was Hamlet, Handley, Rogers, Boers, and Rogers. Caution flag back out. Something possibly going terminally wrong for Nick Rearberg. So that'll put us under the caution flag here for the 3rd time. We'll have to see. One driver coming back out of pit road, I believe, was Fabiano. Or actually, sorry, going to pit road here. Car number 143, Daniel Fabiano, coming to the pits. Nick Rearberg, oh boy. Something tells me if the rear tires aren't on the ground, you ain't gonna be going very far. How did Nick get there? Let's see. Down the back straightaway he went. Well, that's one way to get to pit road. It's not usually the most convenient way to get to pit road, though. So that is what put us under that 3rd caution flag here this evening. Yes, you heard a little bit of that accent coming out, race fans. Well, we love to see North Carolina checking in. Go down to Charlotte to the World Finals many, many times there at the dirt track at Charlotte. Did the NASCAR Hall of Fame a couple of years ago in my trip down south. Where are you tuning in here tonight from, race fans? We'd like to hear where you are watching us as we are racing virtually here tonight at the Oxford Plains Speedway. Getting ready, here we go. Great start again by Hamlet. He'll lead down the back straightaway. Top 4 goes single file. Now the top 5 is Jeff Rogers and Corey Rogers are able to settle it out. Oh, Coyer going for a spin. Gold Beer Coyer going for a spin, battling for the 10th position. The 4th caution flag is out here tonight at Oxford. A rough start of the things here. Sometimes you have that when you run on these 3/8 of a mile racetracks. The 42 of Bruce Cook right into the back of Coyer. Right on board with the Next Level Underground onboard camera with Zach Coyer. So Coyer goes for a spin to bring out that 4th caution flag. Coyer is back out onto the speedway. There you see the Cold Beer cameras, number 13 of Coyer. He'll have to start at the tail of the lead lap, though. A couple drivers have called it a night here from Oxford already. Austin Prey did not take the green flag, but Aaron Hicks retired on lap number 8. Ed Papanou retired on lap number 16. Nick Rearberg retired on lap number 20. And here we are under that 4th caution flag of the evening. Lights are out, though, so we are coming back. Quick caution flag here. Great start once again by the Town and Country number 98 Curb Records machine. Peyton Hamlet back out front. It's going to put Handley, though, right there on the outside. Christopher Rogers trying to see if he can take that 2nd spot. Can he hold Handley up on the outside? A little rubbing, a little racing down at 3 and 4. As we come back around here, it'll be another one for Hamlet. Now Handley able to dive back into the 3rd spot. Rogers is 4th. Bors is to the outside of him. It's the 92 there of Rogers on the inside. It's the 29 of Bors to the outside. Travis Wright just behind them in the fuel number 10 entry. Corey Rogers in the Smokin' Joe's number 17. Battle at the front, though, as Peyton Hamlet got a little loose off the bottom side of the speedway. Here comes Rogers. Rogers has the Fathead Eyewear entry now on the point. It'll be Rogers across the line. Hamlet and Handley battling for 2nd and 3rd. The inside has the advantage. That's the Handley entry. 49 on the timing and scoring. 45 on the side of that car. That's what's throwing me off a little bit there. You have that in these big jobs. Travis Wright a little bit deeper in the field here. He is 5th right now. Bors is 6th, and he is stuck to the outside. The Rusted Hinge Ranch Toyota, number 29 of Bors, restarted in that 4th position. Now trying to find his way to the bottom side of the speedway. A lot of times these short track races, if you can't get to the bottom, you're going to get freight trained, and now Bors will find his way to the bottom. That'll leave Corey Rogers still to the outside of the Smokin' Joe's number 17. To the inside of him, that is going to be Butler, Colin Butler in that car. One driver off the pace on the inside. I believe that was the 42. There it is. The 42 of Bruce Cook is off the pace, rolling around the bottom side of the speedway. He's got that Dodge entry here tonight. See if he can get that car going. Back to the front of the field as they come by the stripe. It's still the 00 of Rogers out front. The leader's coming up on the slower car there. That's the 42 of Cook. Cook will pull it to the infield. A little bit of a top 5 breakaway, if you will. Rogers, that's Jeff Rogers, having a little bit of problems through turns 1 and 2. That'll back Rogers and Wright off the top 3 there of Rogers, Handley, and Hamlet. Last time by, the fastest car out on the speedway was the number 98 of Hamlet, who is running 3rd. We'll take a look when we come back to the stripe here. We're knocked lap 43 off the board of the 150 scheduled here tonight at Oxford. This time by at the line, Handley and Hamlet heads up racing for 2nd and 3rd as they have the fastest times on the speedway. Everybody has kind of found their groove now here tonight. You have to come back here to the 9th position. That's where you will find the number 12 of Rogers going up and out of the groove, as it looks like Corey Rogers is able to get around Steven Rogers. Coyer is right there also in the cold beer cameras, number 13. Looks like he'll be able to work the bottom side of the speedway. Back out onto the track. Looks like that is the 42 of Bruce Cook. Cook's back out there. Multiple laps off the race pace. Trying to get a little bit of that, what they call track time, seat time in that car. Race leaders coming by again. This track very fast here tonight. We've only lost a little under half a second off the fastest times of the evening, as we're keep clicking these laps off tonight. If we run a long run here tonight at Oxford and the lap traffic starts to play a factor, these drivers that are battling for this top spot are going to have their hands full. Lap traffic here at Oxford, not something that is easily navigable? Negotiable? You can't get through it, race fans. That's what it is. You almost have to pretty much use the bumper. Looking back off the race leader here of Christopher Rogers, who's looking back at 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place currently as we're running with 50 laps in the books, 100 laps to go. Put it 99 bottles of laps to go this time by. Closest cars on the speedway. Preston Boers has fallen back to the 8th spot, has not been able to rebound since the restart, as it looks like Corey Rogers trying to get to the inside. Thought he had the momentum on the driver out of North Carolina, but he had to back off for the moment. Boers out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I just sent a BMW rack down to my headquarters in Winston-Salem. We'll see if Preston can head on over to my warehouse and check it out for me. Everybody getting in that long run pace. Look at Boers, though. He really drove it in a little bit harder than Butler did in front of him. That washed the 29 up the speedway a little bit. So hard to hit your marks every time when you come to one of these 3/8 mile speedways. See if we can ride on board with the 29 of Boers. You see Butler up the speedway just about a half a car length. Everybody following Brett Robinson there in that red number 5 entry. Looking back at that battle, now on board with the number 5 of Brett Robinson. See everybody stacked up there. Now, hold on to her. Caution lights coming on as Butler got turned around. We'll have to go back and we'll have to see what exactly happened to Butler. Try to get back to the throttle. Boers nowhere to go. He was able to avoid the light pole. The mountain of destruction down there. Riding on board with Boers here. Oh, the slight of contact there. Bohr's doing the smart thing, riding just below that curbing. So just a nice easy spin there for Butler. He should be all right. He should be able to keep on going in that at 81. There you see him coming by the camera. A little damage to the left front, but hey, you never know. Maybe it'll cool that left front tire down, get a little more turn out of her. Just taking a quick look. Verberg, Papanou, Hicks, and Prey are still the only drivers out of this event. About 15 laps away from the halfway portion of this one. Looks like we're going to double them back up. No takers to pit lane, so we're ready to drop the hammer once again. Clean the 5th caution flag up. iRacing.com safety vehicle to the infield. Great start this time by Christopher Rogers. Hanley able to find the bottom. Hamlet able to find the bottom. Jeff Rogers stuck up top in car number 92. The Ritz Oreos machine has the opportunity to get down. Drove it in really hard that time into turn 1 and 2. He'll wash up the speedway. Here comes the 10 of Wright. Right now to the inside. Jeff Rogers and Brett Robinson right now on the outside. Groove not where you want to be. Steven Rogers also out there. Bohr's to the inside of him. Coyer just sitting there kind of in limbo of which way do I go, because they're stacked up 2 by 2 in front of him. The race leaders, Rogers, Hanley, Hamlet, all single filed out, but then they are stacked up 2 by 2 by 2. You would think you're watching the NASCAR race from Atlanta, but this is actually the All-Pro Sim Racing Super Late Model Series here from Oxford. Look at them. There they are. Still 2 by 2. You have your top 10 drivers in the picture frame right there. Jeff Rogers cannot get to the bottom. Neither can the number 5 of Robinson. And Robinson and Coyer had a little contact there as they went down into the corner. Rogers backed it up, thought he could maybe get to the inside. Coyer trying to get back to the throttle. Now Jeff Rogers will get to the inside groove. The only 2 drivers that are left side by side after that restart here on lap number 69. Nice is going to be Coyer and Robinson. Brett Robinson to the outside there. Steven Rogers also still continuing to ride the outside in that blue number 12 machine. Maybe saving a little tire for late in the event. Now the outside fading there for Robinson. He'll get behind the number 29 of Boers, and he'll ride into that 9th position. So the field has now gone single file after the restart. See what kind of groove we can work into this time. Coming back this time when we come by the line as we enter turn 3 and 4. It'll be 71 laps completed out of the 150 here tonight at Oxford. Three different leaders here tonight. And we are not over 2 laps away from halfway home. Riding on board with the next level underground directional drilling onboard camera with your race leader, the 00 of Christopher Rogers. Rogers nice and smooth. You see Max Hanley just behind him in that green and blue with the white in the middle. Has more of that cut down line going for him. And Hamlet back there just trying to be nice and smooth. Coyer having some issues in the 13. He is off the track on the back straightaway. Caution lights come on as the Coyer entry will get it back on the right side of the speedway. See a little damage to the left front for Coyer. Oh, a bunch of right rear damage also as he comes by the front straightaway here. Camera was able to catch that. What happened to Coyer? Looks like Coyer got sideways in the 5 of Robinson, nowhere to go. Robinson, a little contact with Coyer actually from that angle. But sometimes the old eyes are deceiving. You know, I did say earlier, race fans, the only fence was on the front straightaway. No, there is a fence on the back straightaway, too. I'm going to say about 99% of the time, I have never seen it used. Working the sixth caution flag here tonight. We are officially halfway home in this one. .44 of Donnie Large, able to get a lap back. I think that puts Large back on the lead lap here tonight. He's been multiple laps down for most of this race. But hey, with half of this race in the books, Large right back into it. Lights go out. I was waiting to see if they were going to go out. They will, so we will go back racing. It'll still be Rogers. That's Christopher Rogers in the 00. He'll lead us to the green flag. To the outside of him, it'll be Hanley. Then it's Hamlet to the inside of row number 2 with Corey Rogers back there in 4th. Travis Wright, Brett Robinson, Preston Boers, Steven Rogers, Jeff Rogers, and Danny Fabiano. Coming back as the iRacing.com pace car is off. Green flag back into the air. Pretty good start that time by Handley. Looks like Hamlet will give him a little bit of a break. Maybe, maybe not. No, we won't. Contact. Up the speedway goes the number 45 there of Handley. Here comes Corey Rogers. He's in the Smokin' Joe's. He's cool like a camel. Hanley getting used up. Now a bump from Travis Wright. Right sideways. That'll allow Brett Robinson to take the spot from him. Look at Steven Rogers. He's been up to the outside groove all race long. And you want to talk about a guy that's just getting it done outside. They all stack up on the bottom, and he just goes right around on the outside. He's been able to pick up 8 positions since the drop of the green flag. And I would say half of those positions have at least been caught outside. So Rogers, Hamlet, Rogers, Handley, Robinson, the top 5 drivers. One driver, remember last time, didn't have a good restart. That's the 92 of Jeff Rogers, all the way back to the 7th position now after starting on the front row. It's not the end of the world, still a lot of racing to go. Race leaders playing calm and cool. Here comes the 17 of Corey Rogers, looking to the inside. Not going to be able to do it down to 3. Not out of 4. Let's see what he does down here in 1. Really able to sail it off into turn 1. Pretty interesting to see Corey Rogers open up the entry. Oh, and a sideways down the straightaway. A little bit of a straightaway we do have here at Oxford, and he was able to let it all hang out. Got to watch out now because Max Hanley is on the back bumper of Corey Rogers. Riding on board with the 17 of Rogers, who is running in that 3rd position. That's the 17 of Corey Rogers, I should say. Sometimes I forget that we have multiple Rogers in the field. I mean, it's a great name. My first name is Roger. Put an S on the end and make it plural. Plenty of us out there. 1 Roger doesn't, or 2 Rogers don't make a rank, right? Corny dad jokes. We're here all night for you, race fans. Robinson in the back of Hanley there, and then open up the bottom side of the speedway. It looks like he'll come by. No, hold on to her. Travis right into Hanley, and the flagman says, throw it out, throw it out. Caution for the 7th time here tonight. Max Hanley a little sideways off the front bumper of the number 10 of Travis Wright. That's what will bring out the caution flag for the 7th time here tonight at Oxford. Nobody said this was the easiest track to navigate, that's for sure, race fans. Let's take a look back here at the caution flag. Wrong spot, truck. There we go. Now they found the right one. Right there as Hanley tried to get down. Back to the bottom side of the speedway. Wright was in the inside groove. Sometimes you have that. One driver getting his lap back. That is going to be Butler, Colin Butler in that entry. Window World on the quarter panels and the hood of this entry for Butler. He is now back on the lead lap. One driver is multiple laps down. That's going to be the 42 of Bruce Cook. There you see actually the 42 of Bruce Cook. He is sitting 6 laps down currently off the race pace. Everybody else that you see below him, 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th, out of tonight's feature event. Lights are out as we get ready to come back. Pace car off and the green lights back on. Oh, a good start by Christopher Rogers, and then Peyton Hamlet was able to get to the back bumper in turns 1. And look at them, they are 3 wide stacked up and jelly roll tight. It'll be Christopher Rogers to the outside. It's going to get tight down here. It's Rogers, it's Handley, it's Wright that are 3 wide still down the back straightaway. Not working out for Christopher Rogers as he has gone from the race lead now all the way back to the 7th position and still not able to find his way to the bottom side of the speedway. Everybody has found their way to the bottom side now but Christopher Rogers and Steven Rogers. And what we know, Steven's been out there right on the outside lane like he's Kyle Larson. So that's how it works here at Oxford. 1 minute you are the guy that's leading it. The next moment you're trying to battle to stay inside the top 10. 101 laps this time by in the books. Peyton Hamlin out front here tonight at Oxford. .42 of Bruce Cook has gone around. That'll be the 8th caution flag of the evening. Like Bruce was into the back of Fabiano. Caution lights were out because of the contact in turns 3 and 4. So Bruce Cook being the driver that brought out the caution flag, he will not get a wave around. We talked about him being a couple laps down. Looks like the 42 of Bruce Cook actually has called it an evening here from Oxford, so he will join Nick Rearberg, Ed Papineau, Aaron Hicks, and Austin Prey out of tonight's event. That leaves 13 of these drivers here at Oxford. We saw a driver get moved on the restart for the race lead. Will we see it once again here? Under 50 laps remaining. It can go quick at Oxford. Hamlet choosing the inside. It'll be Corey Rogers to challenge him on the outside for the first time here this evening. Green flag back into the air. Little tire spin by the number 10 there of Wright. He's able to right the ship though. Hamlet and Rogers go single file. There leave Handley and Wright, though, side by side for the third and fourth position. Down the back straightaway they go. Little contact this time down to the turn number 1. Up the speedway goes Max Hanley. Now everybody but the number 12 of Stephen Rogers have found their way to the bottom side of the speedway. I just don't think you're going to get Rogers, this Rogers anyway, Stephen Rogers, to come off the top side. That's a question I'd like to ask. I mean, hey, it's been working for him. He's got a clean car. Nobody's bothering him. He's been out there all by himself. I mean, Coyer's looking to the inside of him now. Maybe he just knows something, race fans, that we don't know. I've never seen this strategy. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Nothing changed out front, though. Hamlet, Rogers, Wright, Handley, Bors. That's the top 5. Closing in on 25 laps remaining. In 10 laps, I should say. My uno doses and traces sometimes are just not the greatest. Race leader that time by was not the fastest car on the speedway. Fastest car was the number 29, Preston Bors. That time by at the line. Bors still having the fastest lap times of everybody out there. May have the fastest lap time, but it's a whole other thing to get around the drivers that are in front of you. Bors just has to keep Hanley in his sights. Remember, they are racing for a Northeast Championship here. Hamlet still out front, but Rogers lurking to the inside. Christopher Rogers and Zach Coyer also doing battle. So if your name is Rogers, you're locked in a battle somewhere. There's Coyer. Coyer to the inside. He is in that 7th position. Jeff Rogers now locked in a battle with Christopher Rogers and Stephen Rogers. So the outside lane for that's why Stephen Rogers runs the outside lane, race fans. We just saw it. Otherwise, he finds the white curbing down to the inside. I totally don't know, race fans. We're just saying it because that's what we saw. Because Christopher Rogers decided to move up, Stephen Rogers had to move down. At the front of the field, there it is. There's your top 5 drivers. Hamlet, Rogers, Wright, Hanley, and Bors. Oh, contact for the top spot. A little rough him up. Move him up. Little hip check there. Corey Rogers to the inside of Hamlet. Hamlet now going to go into a battle to keep second place. So Corey Rogers, Travis Wright, Peyton Hamlet. Here comes Max Handley once again. He's down to the inside. You just don't want to get moved to the outside lane. You just go backwards like a freight train. 25 laps here remaining tonight at Oxford for the next level underground directional drilling Northeast Championship night. You are watching the All-Pro Sim Racing Series with the Super Late Model Division. Putting on one heck of a show here tonight at Oxford. One of the most historic little short tracks. I'm not sure if there's any short track further northeast than Oxford. I'd really have to check that one out. Well, we told you, you don't want to get stuck to the outside. Hamlet about to lose the fourth position to Boers. He does. So now does Hamlet go on the offensive? 22 laps to go. Still plenty of time to get back to the point. Steven Rogers having some issues. He got up and out of the groove and has fallen back to 13th now. He got it pointed back into the right direction, so we stay green. Corey Rogers still out front, but look at Travis Wright. Wright's been coming through the field very quietly tonight. He did have that one run in early on, but since then, just been quiet and cool like a cucumber. Butler and Rogers making some noise back here for the 9th and 10th position. Butler able to take it away from Christopher Rogers. It wasn't that long ago that we were talking about the 00 at the front of the field. And then Rogers got moved up out, got bounced around a little bit, and back here in the 10th spot is now where the Fat Heads eyewear entry is. This time by, it'll be 15 laps to go for car number 17. Can the Smokin' Joe Camel number 17 keep it underneath him? He started to pull away from Travis Wright the last couple of laps this time by. Let me check it out. Not the fastest car. That still goes to the number 29 of Preston Boers. Coming up on the lap traffic here, that is Steven Rogers. Rogers going to stick to the outside like he has so far here this evening. So Corey Rogers getting around Steven Rogers. He'll put him a lap down. So 11 drivers left on the lead lap here tonight. Working the longest run we've had all evening long here tonight at Oxford. These drivers may be getting a little bit tired. Corey Rogers not getting tired, but Travis Wright has started to fall back off the pace. Last time by, fastest car is your race leader of Corey Rogers. That's the 44 of Donnie Large going a lap down in the Dunder Mifflin. Scranton, Pennsylvania Paper Company. Donnie running in 11th, so that'll leave the top 10 left on the books. Rogers really opening it up now as he gets underneath Fabiano. Fabiano a little loose going down into one. He'll gather it up. Jeff Rogers in car number 92 has pulled it to the pits. So what's out in front of the leader, race fans? Clear track for a straightaway with 9 laps to go. The next driver that he would get to would be the 00 of Christopher Rogers. This time, 8 laps to go. Boers trying to get underneath Max Hanley. Doesn't have to get there. If he stays right where he is, he should be the points championship winner here tonight. Rogers a C6 to go. Stretching his legs. Boers still the closest driver. Robinson trying to make some noise here. He'll get underneath the number 98 of Hamlet. This time by, though, for the field, they're going to see 5 fingers in the air. It'll be 5 more times around the 3/8 mile here tonight at Oxford. You are watching the next level underground directional drilling. 150 from Oxford. Just like that, Boers will come back through here. He'll knock another one off. Just wants to finish off 4 more. He's coming up on the lap car. That is the 00 of Christopher Rogers. A night that could have been for Christopher Rogers is going to be a night that he looks like he may go a lap down as the old popsicle sticks are about to go into the air. It'll be 2 more times around for Corey Rogers. 2 more times, and it looks like the 00 may just give way here. White silk this time in the air out of turn 4. The next level underground directional drilling white flag has been displayed. It'll be the final trip around. There you see it. Down the back straightaway, 7-car length gap there for Rogers. Back to right. It'll be Corey Rogers picking up the win here at Oxford. Travis Wright, Max Hanley, Boers, Robinson coming across the line. The unofficial top 5 drivers here tonight. So Corey Rogers will win here at Oxford. Started 7th and now picking up the big win here. So we'll get to talk to Rogers, Wright, Hanley, and your champion. And since it's my first race, I don't want to come to conclusions and crown a champion without knowing the official point standings. I can tell you that it came down to Hanley and Boers. Boers did have a 7-point lead coming in over Hanley. There you see Rogers. He's down there. He'll do some donuts for us, race fans. The Smokin' Joe, number 17, is the winner. So he'll do a little celebrating, race fans. We're going to take a quick step away, and we'll be back here. See if we can talk to those top drivers right after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
I'm Jake McDonough, one of the co-owners of Woodware. I work with Drew and my dad Brian, and we've been here for a long time. We have a great relationship with G-Stone Motors. They've always taken great care of us. I remember when I was a kid riding in G-Stone box trucks. The G-Stone service department has been great. They get us back on the road as soon as we need. If we don't have our vehicles, we're not doing business, and so they always make sure that we're able to operate at our highest level. It's been a great relationship.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Oxford Plains Speedway here tonight for the Northeast Championship for the All-Pro Sim Racing Series. It's the next level underground directional drilling night here, and, well, they drilled these poles so far in. We saw a couple drivers go high center on them, but that wasn't the headliner for the night. The night headliner was coming down to the championship with Preston Boris, Max Hanley, and Nick Rogers. We have a champion standing by, race fans, but we can't tell you just who it is yet. What we can tell you, though, is Corey Rogers not here as he's, well, going through tech with his number 17 and his Smokin' Joe's number 17. Little bump and run got Corey Rogers to the race lead, and he was able to walk it all the way to the finish line here tonight. We'll catch up with Corey after he goes through tech inspection, maybe, but the second place driver then on the docket was Travis Wright. Wright started in second, dropped back through the field early on. Little scuffle at the midway point for Travis Wright. He was able to claw his way back to a podium finish to finish in second. No laps led here tonight for Travis, but a good, solid second place finish. So without having the first and second place driver to tell us about his night, this is what we do have for you. We do have the driver of the, well, number 45 out there, Max Hanley, ladies and gentlemen. Third place for you tonight, Max. It was an up and down night. Early it looked good. Then it kind of went south. And then you were able to come back. Walk us through your night here tonight at Oxford.
Yeah, it started out pretty smooth. Got to the front of the pack pretty quickly, and then just a couple of these restarts. Got tagged in the back bumper, tagged in the left rear, slipping and sliding around. Fell back, and were able to rally back up towards the front, towards the end.
How hard are these races when it comes down to these little bull ring tracks, these 3/8 mile tracks with really the groove is right down around the bottom?
Yeah, it's real hard to pass, especially here. I mean, there is no good way to do it. I mean, I think we could ask the 29 machine about staring at hood pins. He's pretty good at it.
Well, that is something I guess you have to do. You came in tonight knowing you had a 7-point deficit. What went through your head all night to get you prepared, knowing you had to go out there and pretty much win this one?
Oh, well, ever since Thompson racing with the 29 machine, I mean, I really just wanted to stay clear of his front bumper. So that was the goal tonight, was to stay away from the chrome horn on that thing. But other than that, I mean, just finish where we can.
A third place finish is what you're going to get. It looks like you're going to walk out of this one in second in the Northeast Championship here, other than, where was that? Thompson or Stat? Where'd you say?
Thompson.
Yeah, other than Thompson, where could we have possibly made up a few points?
I mean, just besides a Thompson, I mean, we had a penalty at Stafford that took us out of the hunt, and then just got caught up in a wreck at Oswego, and I think that was the only times we would have finished outside the top 5. All 3 of those times in position to hold on to that top 5.
Well, we hate to hear that. We can say, though, you had one heck of a race here tonight, so what do you say we let you get out of here? Who's on the quarter panels of this car that make it look good and run as fast as she is?
We got Sludgehammer, Hydro Action, Wastewater Works, Robert Yates, Race Engines, Austin Carter, big supporter, Laney Borez, always helping me out, get to the track, keep us fed.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the driver of the 45NC here tonight, Max Hanley. Hanley is going to actually finish second in that points championship standings. So, those are your top 3 here tonight with Rogers, Wright, and Hanley. Who is your champion here tonight? Well, it's the driver of the number 29 of Preston Moores. Preston, it looks like you have some friends out there in the chat here tonight, but either way, you raised the virtual trophy. Congratulations here tonight. Friends out there in the chat here tonight.
I will say it was a more consistent run to my, the second series here, second half of the season. There was a couple times that definitely, got a little over aggressive and stuff like that, and close racing. But ultimately, just putting together, top 5, top 10s, and just gathering points each and every race. I mean, it's so easy to be taken out of them, and then all of a sudden just losing all your points count for the day.
Yeah, you knew coming into the night you had that 7-point buffer between you and Hanley, but a tough track here at Oxford. Anything could have happened. We saw at one point you got stuck to the outside. You were involved in one of those wrecks. Were you worried coming to Oxford with a small deficit in a championship?
Yeah, like you said, definitely anything can happen. And I really didn't know what to expect for the car count. I figured with it being a broadcasted race, might have been a couple more, but you never know. And then catching them handful back-to-back cautions there in the beginning definitely sets up those restarts, and chaos typically happens. Everybody's fighting for the bottom. I know that's where I got hung out to dry for I don't know how many laps straight, and I was trying to fight there for a little bit, but it just got to the point where I figured I was losing on my tire, and that I had just been saving, and so that's where I kind of ended up slipping in the first hole I could find, and just rode there and picked them off one at a time as they kind of started making contact and losing themselves in front of me. But yeah, I wish that would have never happened. Would have seen how it would have shaken out in the top 3 or so had I not got hung out. But battled back for solid 4th place and another top 5. And once again, it was a great battle with Max this entire run, and I know we got another 9 weeks ahead of us with the West Midwest Series, so looking forward to starting that next Monday.
Yeah, how do you feel wrapping this one up? You're going to put it up on the shelf. We do head to the Nashville Fairgrounds 1 week from now for a 125-lap feature event before we head to Lucas Oil, Stinger, Milwaukee, Iowa, Bullring, Irwindale, and wrapping things up out west at Kern County. Another 9 weeks of short track racing, and there's a lot of good ones in there. Well, hey, Preston, what do you say we roll the red carpet out for you since you're the champion here? We hand you the microphone. We let you talk about who makes this all possible back home to keep the 29 as fast as she is and in victory lane.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. That next series will be pretty good getting into it. Nashville, one of my home tracks, and it's going to be the Chuck Chamblee Memorial. So this used to be one of his leagues. So excited and honored to continue to run it at the start of the season, and so next week will be certainly something special, and look forward to that one. But yeah, ultimately him, Matt Vade, let me take the reins of this thing, but just everybody, my wife, my wife to be Lainey. She lets me do this every Monday night, and all the extra little curricular things, all the posting, all that stuff I got to put together. So it means a lot for me to be able to take the time out of my week to do this. So it's a lot of fun, and got a good group of guys racing with us. So that's always enjoyable, seeing them week to week.
There you hear it from your champion for the Northeast Series, Preston Boers, here tonight, race fans. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Corey Rogers, your winner here tonight, though, at Oxford. That's going to about do it for tonight here at the Oxford Plains Speedway. Where do we head next? Well, race fans, you wrap up the Northeast Series here with the championship, and then we start that 9-week. We talked about it, the West Midwest Series, 1 week from now at Nashville. You can catch that racing action right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network as we bring you that season opener at Nashville. It was a good one here at Oxford, though. Race fans, we saw it all from 2 wide to 3 wide to a pass in the grass and one getting up on those lights I didn't think was possible, but anything is possible here on iRacing.com. So race fans, for all of us here with the All Pro Sim Racing Series, you just watched the end of the Northeast Championship brought to us by Next Level Underground. Well, we'll catch you next week, race fans, and until then, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.